Here we go. Hey! This is TPAW,
Karnage 6778.
and it's Crazy Peace tonight. And we're going to talk Kaijus and Mechs and anything else that ends up coming up.
As usual.
Yep. We're going to talk some craziness. He has had a world of change in the last week or two alone. That's why we haven't been broadcasting much.
Stupid people.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna lay it out right there. Stupid people. And I've heard from enough other females who are not interested, but also know who I am. Like, the fuck, bitch.
Yeah, it was one of those things where, like, people do stupid shit, they say stupid things, and then
because
you end up with
they
what
get
you
scared and they can't handle it, so they run away from it.
got. Yeah, so
Bunch
he
of
had a
fucking
girlfriend for a little while, and now the ship has sailed, unfortunately.
bitch got scared and ran away.
Yeah, it was weird because the first month was
Her climbing up my asshole.
that, and it was him doting on her like crazy. It was like it
was the honeymoon stage.
It was the massive honeymoon stage where I felt like I was reading The Notebook, like if it were turned into a novel in text form, and if it were like you're watching it in live action, VR, virtual reality, The Notebook. That's kind of how it felt. And then after a little bit, like a month and a half ish, it flipped at a cold little 180, and she let fear win.
Yep, like they all do. Let's see. I'm down 2 ex-wives, 3 or 4 girlfriends now.
Yeah. That's what I'm understanding. Yeah.
Yeah. So they let the fear of my confidence and what they call arrogance or pride, whatever.
Yeah.
Apparently scare the shit out of them, and the few I've vetted are scared and pissed because they think I'm running around screwing every other, no offense, female in a 5-mile radius because I have apparently the golden dick, which is funny as shit.
Yeah, I've been told it's the fountain of youth.
Hey, I make them look younger because they're happier than fuck because apparently I know what the fuck I'm doing with my damn machinery.
Because she would talk to me here and there whenever he was gone and would use that to probably because she was trying to mine for information, but
or to figure out her own shit so she bounced it off you.
Yeah, and so I was helping her out a lot. I was trying to help her out a lot, and
stupid people do stupid shit.
It was very. If you've ever seen Days of Our Lives, when I was a kid, the very opening of it was burned into my brain because my mom would watch the reruns nonstop, and you'd hear the music playing, and then you hear "These are the days of our lives," and it would just go into the intro. That's kind of the way the relationship started turning into. It was kind of crazy, but yeah, I was trying to help her out with it, help him out with it, and he would constantly have me outside to talk to her because it'd be like one day they'd be totally fine. He would tell me, he would text me and be like, "Don't worry about talking to her tonight because we're good." And I was like, okay. So I went out to like just hang out instead of like help with any relationship stuff. And then the next day it would be like, "Oh, it's flipping again. She's starting to,
Stupid went ape shit crazy."
Yeah, she's starting to cause shit again. So it was like every day or every other day something would be happening, or like a couple times a week, and I'd just be like,
it was annoying as fuck for
like,
me too.
What the hell? But like, it was kind of like my buddy who's currently in county right now for dumb stuff. He told me straight up how it would pan out because he was with her before then, and
shit happens.
Yeah, he gave me the lowdown of the overall pattern of what she would do and stuff like that, and she hit it pretty on the mark. Like, very little disappointment on the whole expecting her to, on the expectations that were set. And when I say very non-disappointing, you'd say, "Oh, does that mean it worked well because it wasn't disappointing?" No. That means it worked horribly.
It went to shit because she decided to be stupid and let her fear control her instead of being a rationally minded person who's had 5 kids and don't have their head up their own ass.
Yeah, it was kind of like the Joker in Batman when he's like, I was trying to see what you would do, and you didn't disappoint.
Yeah, right. And when you called her out, and I'm like, you know, you're doing all this shit, right?
Yeah, I would.
All this shit
Constantly
that
call
you
it
said
out.
you don't want to do, you're literally doing every little fucking thing that you bitch about yourself.
And she wanted me to call out some of it because she wanted me to help. And I was like, okay.
Part of her
so
did.
I did.
And part of her was afraid of it because you called it out.
Yeah, people don't like being called out on their shit, it looks like. That's what I've learned. It's one of the biggest takeaways of that whole situation, aside from everybody else that I talked to, or other times that I've learned. I've learned that already. But she was a giant affirmation that people don't like being called out.
And I just laughed at it.
Even in a positive way.
I called her out on it.
Yeah.
It's like, here's the good stuff. So stop doing all this stuff that is bad for you and me.
Right.
More for you than me. Because, no offense, you can do whatever. I'll bounce back from it. It's not the first time, won't be the last time. Why do you say that? Like I was claiming that she wasn't going to be the last girl I was going to be with or anything. Because as soon as you do it, you're going to fuck up, and then you're going to try to come back, and then you're going to try to do it again. Won't be the first time, won't be the last time. I already know the fucking story, lady.
Yeah.
So.
It was kind of
I'm
like...
not butthurt about it. I'm not really heartbroken over it. I'm more pissed about it because she acted stupid on purpose. And when I told her that this is literally all the crap you said you didn't want to do, and this is all the crap everybody's calling you out for doing because apparently you have nothing better to do than just repeat yourself like a retard.
Right.
Like, come on, get a hold of yourself. That's why I need to go away. No, you're running away from me, which is a good relationship, and somebody's actually showing you love and care and concern.
Mm-hmm.
To just run away because you don't know how to handle actually having compassion and love in your life, which literally proves you're a dumb bitch.
Pretty much. Yeah, no, it's...
And I told her you all called her a dumb bitch because of the way she was acting.
Oh, yeah, no, I called her...
She hated that.
I said it out loud to her face, like, while she was there, and...
Anytime I walked off to go piss or do something.
Even when you were sitting there. And you just laugh about it, and we'd all turn into a joke, because... it's the best way to process it, I guess, and...
Well, that's how me and you process shit. We turned it into jokes. She didn't want to process it because it hurt my feelings. Oh, fuck your feelings.
Yeah,
Here's the truth.
She was not... okay, so... I often won't trust people. I will place bets on how they'll react or how they'll act. And oftentimes, if I'm asking for someone for help, I don't expect it out of their goodness of their heart.
Ooh.
I usually expect to barter or negotiate. Because often in this world, that's what you get. You get what you can negotiate. You don't just get, nice things for free. You have to negotiate often.
We could always hope.
Yeah,
that's not how
like
it works.
sometimes people, like if it's him and I and stuff, we'll do shit for each other for free. Because that's, the type of dynamic we've established. And
we don't give a shit.
Yeah, and I have that same thing with, like, Nico, my youngest sibling, and there's a few choice people, but that's a short list of people you can expect that from. Right. In general, it's the exception, not the rule. The rule is you get what you negotiate, and you often have to barter and negotiate to get to where you need to be. With Martha, it was nonstop, endless negotiation. Nonstop bartering, nonstop...
which I got tired of.
Go back and forth with, what... Are they saying something, or are they just doing the video?
Just nothing important.
Okay. Well, basically, it was nonstop back and forth, nonstop up and down, like extremes. I at one point thought that she had bipolar disorder like my wife.
And I laughed and said, of course.
Because she actually recently got diagnosed for it. And so I was like, well, what if, this lady also has it? Because they both have similar experiences, like with SA and a few other really bad experiences in their life. Yeah, so they've had their own fair share of different things that happen to them. Stuff that you would, typically hear from women about their life and their body.
And their traumas and their triggers and the blah, blah, blah.
Right, and so I was trying to help her with a lot of that, and it just...
went nowhere.
It's one of those things where you start to make progress with somebody, and in any other story, the progress would continue and even be consistent, especially if they really want to help themselves.
Right.
This story went the opposite direction because...
self-sabotage constantly.
That, and also because she fed on the attention and the drama. Yep. I realized recently, because I'm a very empathetic person in general, and I'm actually an introvert, which is funny because I do this podcast and I'm all extroverted on the podcast. In real life, I'm an introvert, and I'm an empath introvert, which kind of it ends up being hell sometimes. And so, around her, I was realizing that the last month and a half that I've been struggling to write anything, is because I've been around her ass, and she's what you call an energy vampire.
Yep.
Like, literally, there was one night where I asked him because he was all like feeling down or feeling tired or whatever. And I was like, well, we can go to the gym and you can find out how much energy you actually have. And he's like, no, I don't even feel like doing that. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, it was surprising. And you guys on this podcast have heard us talking nauseam about the gym stuff. So you know that he loved, like, it's his addiction. It was his addiction before it ever became mine.
Yep.
And so, like, when he isn't feeling like doing that, like, you could tell that
something's off.
Yeah, something's going on. And so I found it weird that that he, of all people, could get affected like that. Like, it was one of those things where I was like going, because I've been working out with him for like the last 3 or 4 years, and we've been doing a lot of stuff together. We've been, hanging out, talking shit, all those other things you typically do with your brother, and it was weird because I could tell something was off, and yet some of the time he didn't want to admit it. Like, he didn't want to, like, I would tell you something, and then he would try and justify it and stone face it.
That's because I'm a hardhead, so
Yeah, like, he was utterly stubborn about it. He was just like, either he would dismiss it, explain it away with something, and I'd be like, deflection, or redirection. And then, like, I would say it out loud too. I would, because a lot of times with people that know me really well in person, when I say things like that, they're just like, oh, it's like he's telling me it's sunny outside. Like, they're just like, well, what do you mean deflection? Like, explain that. And I would go into it. But, like...
and I'd laugh and say, well, yeah, and here's why.
Yeah. And oftentimes in the car, in the van, his sister and I, my wife and I, will be in the car doing stuff with the kids or whatever, and we'll say offhand commentary that's as adults. And, like, she'll say something, and I'll be like, deflection. And she'll be like, it's not. And I'm like, yes, it is. And then she'd go into, like, some of the reason why. And I'm like, and that's a redirection embedded in the middle of that sentence. And then, like...
You're redirecting mid-deflection.
Yeah. And then, like... And then she would try to do it to me, and I'd be like, excuse me? That's not true. No. I'd be like... and then I would explain why I would say that. So we have our own little fun little debates. But with Martha, it was weird. Because, on one hand, she knew that you could read her. But at the same time, like...
She tried to lie about it and hide it.
Yeah, she would try to hide it in plain sight. And then she would try to, like... It was like a constant game for her.
And I told her she needed to quit lying. You're just calling me a liar because you think I'm lying. No, I'm calling you a liar because all your tells say that you're lying out of your ass. Just quit lying out of your ass and be honest. What are you trying to hide from me, or what are you afraid to say in front of me because you're afraid you're going to hurt my feelings? Be fucking honest, or shut up and just let me fuck you. Excuse my French, but...
I mean...
That's kind of what it was.
That's their relationship, so it's like, And what's funny is she liked it.
That's also my dynamic. If you don't tell me the truth, then shut up and let me bro you.
Okay, so quick fun story. They were doing stuff. I'd come out to vape, just to because I do that. I come outside to vape. It's almost like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Ben Affleck meme where he's smoking a cigarette. And it looks like he's about to like break down in tears, but he looks like sad Batman or sad Bruce Wayne, and he's like holding a cigarette. He's just looking down. Like, that was me whenever I vape. Like, I'll be, like, vaping, either look up, or I'll just look down like this and just kind of get lost in space. Because there's nobody around me to bother to think about socializing, so I don't have to think about any shifts in dynamics or communication or language or anything. So me. And I was sitting outside and I was vaping, and I look around and I look at the trailer, and I hear it, like, it's, like, creaking, and I'm, like, going, okay, I wonder if they're just moving. I hear shifty sounds. And then I hear moaning. And I'm like...
And then screaming.
Oh. And I look over the trailer again, and I watch as this gradually escalating as it's bouncing from side to side. It's like he just barely started doing whatever he was doing, and she's like... Her moaning is a reaction to the chaos that's about to happen. And I'm watching as it's bouncing back and forth like a rocking boat. And, you'll hear somebody talk, game or talk smack or whatever they talk. And oftentimes you often reflect and be like, well, is this a reflection of ego, or are they just talking, blowing smoke up your ass?
Are they prideful? Are they
Yeah,
arrogant?
like, are they
all
just
that shit.
talking shit? And so you just kind of sit there and you'll smirk or you'll, just kind of dismiss it or shrug your shoulder and be like, hey, whatever. But, like, I was outside vaping and I see the trailer bouncing back and forth and I hear her going, ah, ah, almost in time with the rocking. Like, I hear, ah, ah, ah. And I was, like, sitting there like this with my hand going, just playfully going, like a conductor, and then it starts.
Of course, that's where you'd go.
And then I start walking back towards the chair, like start walking back towards the porch because I'm like trying to give them their space. And I walk back to the porch, and she gets louder, like they get louder, and I'm like, I could just walk back to the trailer. You want my back? And I start walking back to the trailer, and I hear, and it gets louder, and I'm like, never mind. And I go back to the chair, and I sit down, and I just kind of sit there, and I go. Yep, this is the life. He has talked about this at nauseum. Told all the stories. One day this is going to be on YouTube. And I was like...
Here you go! You're getting to tell the story. I'm not full of shit. I know what the fuck I'm doing. And I don't talk shit. It's not arrogance. It's confidence. God damn it.
And then I did an even funnier thing. I pulled out my camera, my camera on my phone. And I did this. And I was like this. And I'm like... Should I just walk over the trailer, slip underneath the window, and just go action? Scare the shit out of them. And because I've joked about it ad nauseum about, I could film it. But, like, I was sitting there and I was
You should have just recorded the noise and the trailer rocking, and then you could have sent that to me. I'd have been like, what did he send me? I'll have to look at that.
Oh, I did. It's on the Google Cloud. I went ahead and I walked up to the trailer and I sat outside of it. So, like, all you could see is probably just the side of the trailer moving. That's it.
Send it to me.
Then you hear the audio and you hear the her getting louder and shit. I showed it to Amber and Amber's like,
I should throw that on Facebook.
Go Stella, my wife, was like, did you really do that? And I'm like, yes. And she's like, Peter, what the hell? And I'm like, and? Like, I've said it over and over again, I'd film it. And like, they...
And I make the comment, go for it, homie, I don't care. Just make sure you send me the video.
Just like, people think that I'm just... that I myself am not just talking out my ass. I'm just quieter. Like, Karnage, he's loud, he's boisterous, he's... Ugh! Me, I'm quieter. I'm much quieter. But we're very similar.
I am very confident in me because I know what and who I am. So it's like, yeah, okay. Y'all can talk your shit, but give me your girlfriend for a week, bitch. She's gonna hate you. Dude, right there, and I said that all through high school. I had more chicks come to me, didn't screw me, but said, I bet you can't eat pussy like you say you can, and then I did, and they're like,
They're like, what?
Yeah, you gonna go back to him or you gonna come to me? I can't, aw, it's okay. Be gone, kitty cat.
I mean, I learned with my last girlfriend in high school, Amy, I learned with her that I could eat out chicks good. Like, I heard that I've got some decent talent at it. I didn't believe it was shit. I was like,
who are good at oral are like the fucking shining ray of sunlight all women need in their lives.
Yeah, like, I'm often metaphorical and I'm often hyperbole and stuff sometimes, but whenever I talk about my own ability, it's...
Invite Ghost the Hell.
it's kind of
Do you want to invite her so that way she can, like, input?
Invite Ghostel to live as a guest.
I've heard these stories
over 1,000 times.
I mean, I speak the truth.
I mean, you have been his younger sister for how long? So of course you're going to hear the stories.
She says no to come in live with us.
No, you don't want to come in live? Damn it. You don't want to come alive with...
After the podcast, fucker.
but I was there. People think that, people often will assume or presume things all the time. And for me, it's like, when I talk about my ability, I'm rather matter of fact and boring. Like, I don't exaggerate much at all. I'm just like, oh, I could do this, this, and this. And they're like, really, can you? And it's like, I mean, I could do it right now if you want. No, don't worry about it. Okay, that means you believe me? Well, I think you might be over-exaggerating just a bit. I'm like, huh, interesting. Everything's an over-exaggeration until it blows you away. But like...
Well, I mean, that's like all the guys or any gals who've heard me talk. They're like, You can't do that. It's like, you want to find out?
Honey, you always look good. And yummy. She's like, I don't look good at the moment. Yeah, bullshit.
Bitch, shut up.
Yeah.
Love you.
But, like, yeah, no, I learned with the last girlfriend that I can do the Y. Can eat the Y really well. Then I learned with Gostelle that I can get her to burst a nut, if you will, within 30 seconds. Thereabouts.
I mean,
I didn't
you
time
have
it.
the talent. You might as well use it.
I didn't time it, but it was really fucking fast. Like, I got in there, did some stuff.
Down there, you know what she did?
Huh.
She tried to push my head away because it was coming too fast.
I literally looked up at her and went, already? And she's like, shut up! And she's like contorting and vibrating.
As soon as Martha started pushing my head away, I literally grabbed her hands, held her hands, and said, bitch, did I say I was done? I went back to fucking goddamn eat my damn buffet.
Yeah.
Shut up, bitch. I'm doing what the fuck I'm doing. You can either shut up or enjoy the ride.
But afterwards, I realized why my last girlfriend would always have me brush my teeth. Do you know how much gunk and crap gets in the back of your throat afterwards? At least for me. Holy crap. There's a reason why you should brush your teeth after eating at the Y.
Unless you like the flavor.
I mean, it's a nice flavor. Only, it feels like someone blew a load in your mouth.
I mean,
if you got the right woman.
Unless she squirts in your face, and that's just...
And I've never had I've thankfully, because I don't swing that way at all, I've never had that, so I wouldn't know if that's actually how it is. But with her, it's like...
That's what it feels like.
Shit, like... Goddamn, because I was in the bathroom and I was brushing my teeth and then doing the gargling to loosen up the phlegm at the back because it felt weird swallowing, and I'm like, and as I did that, I was like, what did I do? Blow a dick? and then just like fucking just kept gargling and shit, and then like, and I was like going, okay, rule of thumb: if I'm ever eating at the Y, always brush the teeth because then you can break up the build up at the back, and then it doesn't feel weird swallowing.
I've never had an issue with it.
Well, what's funny is she told me, I didn't, I didn't like add to it, but she told me one day, she's like, yeah, that's why I hate doing that, because I don't like to get it in my mouth. Even weirder, she doesn't like getting it on her body. Like,
no, see, that's fine. No, I understand that. Here's the funny part with Martha, though. If I pulled out, because I was about to, so that way I didn't bust in her, she literally grabbed and helped me. So, that was a new one for me. Yeah. But the funny part is, she was worried about, like taking it down the throat.
Jism texture is like loogies. So is your juices.
Depends on the person, too. Depends on what you eat.
No, I'm not going to hush.
Depends on what you eat, too. So, I literally, because she wanted to taste it, I literally told her, flip upside down, I'm going to literally, like, throat fuck you.
Yeah.
She started gagging. I felt she was getting uncomfortable, so I just pulled it out and just blew one down her damn throat. Literally, just straight down the damn pipe.
Did she like that?
Oh, she's like, that's like the best tasting I've ever had in my mouth. Like,
So it's kind of like Gabriel Iglesias. Are you eating that, or are you eating that?
Oh shit! I ate it, and then I made her eat it because she wanted to know what the flavor was.
See, and that's how
I showed her the flavor, and then she went, like, what? Bad, good, that is way different than any other guy I've ever been with, and tastes way better than I've ever experienced. She was surprised.
She was floored.
Oh yeah. But before I got to ask her that, I literally turned her around and put my dick in and fucked the shit out of her. Again.
Floored with a giant load in the back of her throat.
Oh, it's smiling her ass off. But after I did it, she's like, grabbed her drink and took a drink. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that's something even Dad Joe said.
Yeah.
If she doesn't like sucking dick, or she doesn't, has an issue with swallowing, always have her favorite drink right there. So that way, after you go, down her throat, here's your favorite drink.
I have a feeling he's speaking from experience.
Oh, yeah. Teresa's mom. He always had Coke on the bedstand next to the bed, so that way...
Why are you giving dead faces? And upside down faces.
Because of what we're talking about. It makes her feel uncomfortable.
We're embarrassing her.
Record it. Send it to Martha. Hey! You should send her to the link to the YouTube podcast on this. She would fucking shit her pants. Oh! I gotta post the fucking link to this podcast on fucking goddamn Facebook and put it as public.
Yeah.
Put her name on it. Put as many people as I can remember his name on it. She's gonna come after my ass.
Just clip this podcast and then send it to send it to her and then send
Martha
it to
Mechs.
yeah, and then send it to Jamie and a couple other people just to see the reaction.
Oh, they'd be so pissed. They'd literally say, you know what the fuck? They'd instantly like throw it to her.
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, the fuck? Dude, you walked away. Don't blame me.
No, that's drama mongering behavior.
I mean, I'm sadistic as fuck, so like,
it's more
is
like
that something new?
it's more like prank mongering behavior.
I mean, I didn't put the video up online of us fucking, so yeah.
I mean, I told her, I joked around with her saying you could become a millionaire overnight by
how loud
by like filming it, all that shit, and then like put it on some website that takes that shit and then sends them a check.
Oh yeah, I'd cut it up into fucking like little minis, throw all that shit up on OnlyFans.
I mean, hell, have you seen the memes about
make fucking millions?
Have you seen the memes about the dude who's driving to work and he's driving to work knowing that the chickie dude that he has an interest in is you know obviously making 4 times the amount of money he is on OnlyFans?
Yeah, I've seen the meme.
Yeah. In a nuclear revenge kind of way. No, I mean, she would be mortified. I mean, yeah, of course she would be mortified.
That's the funny part. Because we were talking...
You're mortified by us talking about your own stuff.
When he made the comment that she was afraid I was running around banging other bitches, apparently, like I made the joke to Megan at the gas station, apparently I have the golden dick because she's not the first woman to say that. They're all afraid this golden dick is going to go running around fucking everybody else. So, for shits and giggles, I think I'm going to go run around.
I mean, think about it this way. This is all fun and giggles, and I guarantee we're making someone laugh right now.
Oh, I hope so.
So, you know...
I mean, we only have one, which is Ghosty L on the Constant View, so I hope some of these people are at least laughing their ass off about this.
Then I got a YouTube, so...
Yeah. If somebody's laughing their butts off at it, and somebody sends her the link...
I mean, that's part of why I do the podcast. It's not just to inform people of stuff, but it's also to...
Talk shit about life.
Hopefully get a couple laughs, hopefully get some, you know, intriguing talking going on, you know... Some fun engagement.
Mean, it's like almost midnight, so fuck off. We're literally
that is almost midnight.
On the East Coast, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, so fuck off. We're perfectly within range. It's after midnight. This is like late night television or what would be considered old HBO or Skinamax shit.
I'm just dying on the porcelain throne. Oh, that's where you're at. Okay.
Yeah, she was the one who walked into the shitter.
Okay. You're you're dropping the kids off in the pool.
Nice. But I mean, this stuff is like just guy talk. Just talk in general if you're comfortable with the person. And I have never hid anything.
Have you heard the way chicks talk about other people?
Especially the guys they fuck?
It's kind of worse.
Oh, yeah. No, that's why I'm like... Because I made a joke to her. That if she's so afraid of me leaving her, why don't we just go get a clone of dick and then she can give it to all her female friends? No, because then they don't be chasing that. Without the rest of the operation, are you sure about that? Oh, yes. So as you have told me, you're in love with my dick. Okay. Well, apparently that's what every woman loves. Apparently they fall in love with my cock, not me.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I just need to do what I was talking about doing.
I mean,
when I was talking to Tika a couple years back about just running off and being a fuckboy.
I mean, you pretty much got told by like 3 sisters all in a row that they'd want you to fuck them.
3 sisters, 2 chicks I don't know, 1 chick I fucked, and some random bitch that wanted to grill me.
That's more game than the average human being male has on the planet.
I walk into the room, and she got jealous just from the looks I was getting when we went to Olive Garden, because all the girls were giving me the fuck me eyes.
Yeah.
Teresa, my second ex-wife, Beth, my first sex wife, and now her literally telling me that I'm being ogled by every pair of tits and puss in a fucking 3-foot radius I can see this. It's like, really? So I don't even have to try. I just have to walk up and say, how you doing? You know, pull a Joey. How you doing?
And this is why I don't have many guy friends. Hey, have either of you guys got your back door played with? I mean, I don't personally touch my... I wipe my back door. I wipe it clean.
Nobody touches,
I wipe it clean.
my butthole.
No,
And only with the most
stuff
recent
comes out
girlfriend
of it, not in.
have I ever played with a female's back door. So.
Or you just have chicks that are paranoid. I mean, like you? Just kidding.
I mean... But see, if they're that... It's not the only reason they're paranoid, because obviously their girlfriends and female friends have said, ooh, if you weren't with him, I'd fuck him.
Right.
So, obviously there's something there, especially with me, apparently.
Dude, the human race right now is paranoid. Like,
I mean...
The average American is paranoid.
Ain't that the fucking truth? But I mean, dude, this is something I've been told... And my only question is it because female friends of yours or female coworkers
don't answer, they're trying to get banned? Oh, they are? Is that why he asked me if I do things in with my back door?
That's disgusting. We're men.
Yeah.
We're not gay. We're not bisexual. We like women.
I mean, it's not disgusting to be gay or to be homo.
Well, no, but I'm saying for a straight
everyone has
male,
their choices.
that is a no-go, don't touch zone. For
Yeah.
Not for all, for most. I know some weird dudes who are like, yeah, just let her put her finger up your hoo-ha.
It's not my personal
giving
choice
you BJ,
myself.
and I'm like, yeah, no. See, if you touch the prostate right under the balls, you get the same effect, asshole.
I am clearly very hetero, so there you go.
Yeah, very straight.
Or you just have chicks that are... Okay, you already said that. Hubby won't let me.
Don't touch the bunghole.
I don't receive, I pitch.
I'm not a catcher, I'm a pitcher.
Even when she's on top and riding and we're going to Oaktown,
no.
I still grab her and I'm just like, yeah.
No. She doesn't ride. You place her on top or make her mount you, and then you grab, I am the horse, you are not the fucking rider.
And then you grab her hair on the back and you pull it and she goes, ah, and then you just keep grabbing her.
Yeah, you gotta make sure she leans back your hair so that way you get the right angle.
Yep. And then you plant your feet on either side of the bed, on wherever you're sitting, you're laying.
Under her.
Plant your feet underneath her so that you're essentially doing a leg press, and you situate it to where she's on top of you, and
your legs are like this. They're literally pointed in an L shape, and you're pushing off.
Yeah, and then as you're doing it, you lift her ass in the air, and as she thinks she's too fat...
if she's fat,
yeah,
or thinks she's fat, she's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why do you have me 3 foot in the air? Because I ain't a bitch.
Yeah, and then her mouth turns into a giant O, her eyes glaze in the back of her head, and she just loses herself to the ecstasy.
Or her eyes just roll into the back of her head, and she disappears into the next dimension.
Hence why I think about thinking about writing erotica, because we're good at telling that story.
Dude, that's what... Literally.
He squawks when I go anywhere near. I mean, yes.
I don't squawk, I just clench my butt cheeks.
I go, or I go,
fucking weirdo.
There's your squawk.
But for me, I've never really got any enjoyment or
what I'm getting,
anything at a chick's touching my butthole. You want to grab my ass, grab my ass.
My takeaway here is that my wife wants to fuck me in the ass.
She wants to pig you. She wants to make you pansexual.
Apparently. She says, nah. Really? Then what's all this game talk about wanting to peg me?
Or stick a finger up his butt.
Right.
No offense, the way me and TPAW, Karnage and TPAW are built, that's not how we operate.
Yeah.
That's like, I had one girl, well, actually, the stupid fucking lesbo, grab my balls. Bitch, leave my balls alone. They're there as fucking decorations, or while she's in doggy style to smack that clit.
To spank it.
Yeah, you make sure her legs are out, you're in, and when you thrust, make sure your balls have enough dangle to go pop on the clit and go from her.
What's funny is when the wife's old altar came out, a little while ago.
About a month ago.
She's like
when
fully.
this shit started.
She's like fully integrated in shit now, but like one of them popped out, and but like as soon as that happened, she learned very quickly that the game has changed in how the bedroom happens with her and I, because when she was out initially years ago, that was before gym, and let's just say afterwards she was like, "What the hell was that?" And I'm like, me?" And she's like, "Oh my god, yes." And she was like humming and she's like vibrating,
making all the weird noises.
Yeah, and
I
then,
love
like,
that shit though.
and like getting really into it, and I'm just like, flex.
No. That's when you go, Peter. That's why when you're in there, you go all the way in. You go.
Oh, I involuntarily make gym noises, like noises that you'd expect to do like on the bench press or whatever else. I'm like,
the cough. Do you know what the cough does?
No.
It's
oh,
it's an extra. No.
Yeah. Oh, it's down there. Core workout.
Yeah, it's like the you remember getting if you ever played sports or did anything and you had to get the yearly physical from the doctor. Hold left nut, cuff to the right.
Yeah.
Hold right nut, cuff to the left.
Okay.
Your dick goes boing 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 boing.
I'm gonna have to try that.
While you're in her, all the way in, just stop for a second while she's in ecstasy because you're touching that back freaking ding dong bell. Like, just make yourself cough. Yeah.
And she will sing.
Oh no, she will go to a dimension she has never been to. I've done that with a few chicks where it's like, you seem bored. Here we go. And just like whole body flex, and just the way their eyes roll into the back of their head, further than they've ever rolled into the back of their head. Yeah. That's like her, Martha, saying, the difference between you and anybody I've ever been with, which has only been 5 other guys, I believe her on that. Although I think the number's off because a couple times she's been raped.
Yeah.
But she didn't count those guys, I don't think. So, but either way, she's like, your knowledge in the bedroom is here. Yeah, off the fucking scale, motherfuckers. Pay attention. Where everybody else that she's ever been with is barely here or low as shit.
You know, she was so like weird about the race.
She literally praised me for being the most knowledgeable person with all the little buttons and dings and dungs to touch on a woman and all this shit.
But yet said he was too much.
Yeah, but I'm way more. I'm more than she can handle.
Yeah.
So like I said, for shits and giggles, I might go bang 1 or 2 of her coworkers that are 21, 20 and up.
Yeah.
Just to piss her off so that way they can go to her, why the fuck did you run away from that day? 1, because I'm an asshole, and 2, because she fucking deserves a swift kick between the legs.
Yeah.
She wanted to play the game.
I'm
gonna play the game.
She says no. No to what?
What you were talking about, what I told you to do.
Oh, the cough.
Hit more than balls deep, fucking pelvis deep, and cough.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like you were talking about with Martha, and she got all red-faced and shit because I hit the...
You hit the bell.
I hit the back button. I hit that little spot that most guys can't hit at the back of a woman.
Yeah.
Because either they don't know what they're doing, or they don't know how to flex their body to go, hi, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, with as red as her face got with that, even though it was dark outside, I saw her blush pretty fucking profusely.
Oh yeah, no, her skin started to match her hair.
Yeah, that bright red. Oh yeah, no. Me and you laughed our asses off. She's like, "Why is this funny?" Because you're getting embarrassed, bitch.
Because it's
Excuse
funny.
my French, but you're getting embarrassed, which makes this hilarious.
I told her, I'm like, haven't I ever told you that nobody is safe when it comes to my humor? And she's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, you make it incredibly easy. Oftentimes, it's right there.
It was so easy to poke or pull something out. Or when we were just talking and you'd make some comment about screwing Judy, I'd make some comment, oh yeah, with Martha, the same thing, this. And then she'd get all embarrassed. I'm like, dude, it's part of being, 1, knowledgeable about sex, and 2, like,
Well,
being afraid to talk about it?
I made the same point that I've often made on here, and people are free to disagree with me all they want. America was built off of sex. It was built off of sex because your tax system your tax code is literally built off of how many children you've had. There's other factors, of course, but one of the primary drivers is how many children you've had and what you can write off, and whether or not you've been married. Like, literally, you get giant tax credits for having a child and for marrying somebody.
Yep.
And so, with that being said, the backbone of our country, for at least the last while its tax code has existed,
300 years.
has been built off of sex. Meanwhile, people are terrified of talking about sex for some reason, even though it's built into our system. It's part of the system. It's part of the mechanism that makes it move.
The bullshit of any religion that's like, oh no, we don't talk about that. Why not? Well, no wonder everybody's pissed and keeps getting divorced and running away from their partners because nobody knows how to fuck because y'all people don't talk about this shit.
Yeah.
If y'all talk about this shit, it wouldn't be girls running after fuckboys because they need to get an orgasm and he's the only guy that can do it.
Yeah, I literally have had friends in Germany or in other countries who are like, why are you Americans so sensitive to sex or so sensitive towards subject matter like that and being open about
shit to me too.
Any of it. And I was just like going, I don't know why they are like that. It's just the way it is.
Bruno, no.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Love that.
Yeah, apparently we don't talk about that.
But why not? He loves you.
The word doesn't start with an S, it starts with a B, apparently. But yeah, no.
Bitch. Gotcha.
But yeah, no, it's been, it's one of those things that I brought up a couple times with her. Like, I was asking her, I'm like, you know, like, you get all, like, tense about the topic of intercourse and what people typically consider fun if you're an adult. And she was kind of like half in, half out on it. Like, she knew it was that I was right, but at the same time, she didn't want to admit it. And it was weird.
Yeah.
Like,
I found it funny because after the conversation, you'd go inside and be like, all right, come here real quick.
Yeah.
You're so nervous to talk about it. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
She'd get nervous. I'd eat her out. And then I'd fuck her. 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 So one night, because I rode her, I wasn't even paying attention to the clock. We went in I swear it was like 9.
Yeah.
And when we came out, it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because I knew where all the buttons are, how to push it all, and she got there in this amount of time instead of it taking this fucking long.
Yeah.
I don't need all night to get you there, bitch, so much that you're just like, I'm just gonna pass out now because you fucked me so good. Dude, when we went down to visit her kids, I rode her so hard she literally passed out.
Yeah.
That was only 2 sessions. I told her we were going to go for 3. Can't even wake her up. Put my face between her legs. Bitch was just gone. I literally just railed her to the end of existence.
Yeah.
She couldn't even handle it. She's like... I'm like, I'm going to go pee. I'll be right back. She tried to stay awake and just passed the fuck out. I literally asked her about it the next morning. No, you said go pee. I tried to stay awake and my body's like, no, bitch. You fucking dumb. Ow!
Yeah, no, it was...
I still had a hard on. I could have fucking just put it in her and woke her back up, but I'm like, I'll let you sleep.
Yeah, what's funny is she would go on and on about his game and go on and on about his manhood.
And my knowledge in the bedroom, yeah.
Yes. Like, she'd go on and on about it. And
it was awesome and the best she's ever had. And Jesus Christ, she was a fucking goddamn come fuck Tim poster.
Yeah,
Karnage, Karnage poster.
I literally, I thought it was funny because I looked at him one day and then I looked at her and she's like, what? Because she noticed I looked at them both without saying anything. Because apparently that makes people nervous when you look at them without saying anything.
And I was just smirking. Yeah. Because I already knew what you were thinking.
And I was there looking at her, and then I was looking at him, and I looked at her, and then I looked at him again, and she's like, what? And I'm like, so is he like Liam Neeson or something? And she's like, who's that? And I'm like, Qui-Gon, Taken, the guy from Taken. And she's like, well, wait, what? And I'm like, Liam Neeson. Like, have you ever heard the Liam Neeson's cock jokes? And she's like,
No.
no. So I Googled a few of them and said it out loud. And she was cracking up a storm. And then I'm like, so, is his dick like Liam Neeson's? And she's like, oh, it's more. And I'm like, oh, really?
No, because she was literally afraid.
It hurts after a while. I mean, I'm not a female, so I wouldn't know that, but I apologize.
No, you know what you do. That just means you get to go get KY.
Yeah.
Tell him it hurts. Just need more lube. Here, let me put it in there almost all the way to tips out.
Just get some lube that's like $20 at that one boutique store.
Go get the her KY.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to make it 10 times better for her. And
Yeah.
if you're already at fucking level 20, and everybody only
we
counts
had that
level
one
10,
like aversion stuff. I don't know where the hell it went.
Yeah.
But we had that like aversion stuff.
Nah. You want her tight, you know what you're supposed to do with a woman to make her tight?
Huh.
You know those popsicles you get?
Yeah.
The ones where we used to just rip off the tops and eat it?
Uh-huh.
Round the edges? That's her dildo. Because the cold makes the pussy go like this. Just one of those things I've heard from a couple hoes I know back in the day.
He literally just told me to put ice cream inside of you.
No, that's... I said freeze your dick and then shove it in her.
Kids ruined it again. Wait, they did?
What did they ruin?
Because I don't recall them ruining anything right now.
No. It's the female thing. As soon as they have kids, their sex drive drops.
Oh, she's blaming the kids on why her body doesn't work properly.
I mean...
in her perspective.
That's why you have oils and lube and other shit.
Yeah. I even specify her
perspective. Me, not trying to, get another bitch knocked up. Condoms, so it saves me a lot on lube.
Oh, Lucy ruined the Leica V. Oh, that
sucks.
That's. We need to, I guess, go and get some more, or at least find some more. I just don't want to go to that one place because I don't feel like getting ID'd every 5 seconds.
No. What, at the...
There's a place...
Velvet Boutique?
Yeah, Velvet Boutique, but it's in, I think it was in Ogden.
Now, fuck that one, dude. Go to the one down the street. Just get the Astroglide.
It was
because it's supposed to be the one
area
that makes it better for, butt play.
They had nice stuff. They had a lot of nice stuff.
But, I mean, the lube is, like, great. I mean, I've used it.
Carded every 5 seconds.
The ex-wife bitch always bitched because she was always driving it. And we had that.
Yeah.
Stole it from her sister. But I ended up using it and... she bitched about getting dry halfway through it. It's dry. And I'd pull it out. I'd put a couple drops on my willy whacker because it's like super lube and... then her eyes would roll in the back of the head. She'd shut the fuck up. Oh, I always make their eyes roll into the back of their head. If their eyes aren't rolling in the back of their head, I'm not doing my job right. And I gotta push a little harder, get a little deeper. And it's funny because I've been with women who've been with black guys and whatnot, but yet apparently my dick is the magic dick because it hits the spot that even giant black dick doesn't hit.
I keep getting told you have a magic wand.
Da-da-da.
And I ask them
like
frequently,
I made the joke to
did you switch a flick?
Megan, Megan, right? Yeah, Megan. I'm like, apparently I have the golden dick. Because all the women I've been with are afraid I'm running around screwing other bitches because the golden dick cannot be contained. It's like there's a commercial where the guy opens his pants because he's getting all these voicemails, literally, and
no,
it's
like... Black Boutique, not Black Velvet. Okay.
Black Velvet Boutique is what I said.
I just didn't like getting carded every 5 seconds. Like, I literally got carded like 3 to 5 times in the space of 10 minutes.
The one in Ogden?
Yeah.
Because it's in Ogden. The one that's down the street isn't bad.
Yeah.
She's going for the Astroglide. If she needs lube, that's like the best thing to get.
Yeah.
If you're not using condoms, and y'all aren't, so.
Yeah, no, we don't ever use condoms anymore.
If Martha ever comes back for this dick, I'm not going to use a condom. I'm just going to fucking roll the bitch. Just roll her and go, okay, have fun with that.
And if you're wondering, her tubes are tired. Her factory is shut down, so she can't even get pregnant. So
with your wife, yeah.
Yeah, with the wife. So I don't even bother using protection of any kind anymore.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, with Martha, it'd be more like a hate fuck, if that makes sense.
Carnage points wand. Gorgio.
I mean, I don't have to, but
Points
that's kind
one
of what
at-
happens.
Points wand at her and Gorgio. Points one at a
Jesus
dick
Christ, that's
and Gorgio. For those that don't know, in Harry Potter, Engorgio is a spell that's meant to make things bigger.
It doesn't need to be bigger because as soon as I put it down, it goes, "Hi, bitch!" it grows on its own.
Yeah.
The only thing she had to bitch is, well, when I go down on you, it doesn't get hard. No, because you got to come first, bitch, so come here. This is why I like 69, because I can eat you out. You go, ah! My dick goes, alright, let's play.
I was outside once, and she literally told me, she's like, he's actually the perfect size. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, but on some days it's too big. And I'm like, that's what she said.
Isn't that what she always said?
And she just looked at me and went, did you just refer to me in the third person? I'm like, that's also what she said.
She called you an ass?
Oh, yeah. She called me a dick. I'm like, okay, you're talking to another dick. You were talking to dick earlier, but that one made you go to O-Town. And she was like, God damn you. And then she coughed and choked on nicotine at that point because she was vaping.
I mean, it's the
I like
part
do
is,
that. I'll
she
come
would
outside,
literally
say a one-liner,
give me
and
praise
she chokes.
for being the best dick and best male she's ever been with, because I know where all the buttons are, and I know how to touch, bite, nibble, and do all the weird shit that most chicks don't even know they like.
Yeah.
If they haven't been with a lot of guys, and it's just like, hello? Or even if they've been with a lot of guys, I hit all the spots that they never knew anybody could hit, and it's like, God, you've been dealing with amateurs. What the fuck? No wonder you've been chasing dick. You don't even know what dick's supposed to do, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sound sexist, but I mean, with as much as I've heard over the years I've lived, and that's usually most women's bitch, he doesn't know how to eat me out and he doesn't know how to fuck me. Why are you dealing with amateurs?
It's like a common narrative, though, on the internet. Like,
it's a common narrative in general.
Chicks will literally say that about a lot of dudes.
But see, here's the other issue. If he's not doing it right, no, not there, turn, no, adjust your hips, drop your hips up, lift yourself higher. Work it out. This is like the whole virgin and virgin thing. Two virgins fucking each other. It's got to be horrible. No, because they don't know what either one of them are doing, and they get to experience and figure it out together.
Isn't that the fun part, though?
It
like
is.
if you don't know what you're doing, you learn how to do it, and you start experimenting and playing around with things.
The usual bitches, well, he never fucked me good. Did you ever tell him that he wasn't hitting the right spot? Did you ever, like, give him an inclination? Try to explain to him, hey, you're not going far enough back, or hey, you're not, you know, you lean too far to the right, or you lean too far to the left, or you're too just dead center, not hitting anything.
The wife's body changes a little bit whenever the alter's out. Like, if different person's driving the wheel, her body does change a little bit, just in case anyone's wondering. Like, their buttons change just a bit. It, like, shifts here and there, and I have to relearn some things.
Don't even know their own body and don't know where the happy buttons are. It's like, how the fuck does nobody know where the hell all this shit is? Like, you heard Martha. Dude, he knows where every fucking button and knob is.
Uh-huh. She did say that.
Because I'm not a fucking bitch. I learned that shit. Why? I wasn't taking a goddamn chance. With any woman I was ever going to be with. I wanted to know every goddamn little nook and cranny of every woman's body.
That's all all Fi's wife complains about, too. Is it being hurting, I guess? And all D-Ho, welcome to the show. Oh, hi, D-Ho.
Hi, D-Ho.
Communication. I'm just reading off whatever's saying in the chat.
Well, she's
guys.
talking about communication because women don't tell their man that they're not getting off they fake orgasms. It's like, don't fake it. Tell them you're not getting.
Live will end in.
Oh, no. Swipe. Move it. It's the you've been on for this long thing. All right.
There we are. All right.
But yeah, no, it's communication because when I talk to her about a lot of this stuff. All I get is praises because I'm apparently the best fuck ever.
Right.
One. And two, she's afraid because I'm the best fuck ever. Well, if you're afraid of losing this, then don't fucking leave, bitch. Just stay.
She was a
and then
walking contradiction.
Yeah, right? You're the best best everything I've ever had, but yet I want to run away because you scare me because you're so damn good. It's like, why do they run away from us good guys? If I'm the best fuck, and my deck hits all the special spots. Why the fuck are you running away from it?
Yeah.
Why do you keep running away from the thing that can, like, literally put you in ecstasy every time, no matter what?
Sets you on fun fire.
Womp
Womp womp.
But anywho, back to what the podcast was supposed to be about. Kaijus and Mechs.
We watched.
I mean, I don't even mind that it went there. You just have to change the name on YouTube.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother me one bit.
I literally, in my head, while you were talking about all these stories, I was like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play around with the title on YouTube and change it.
Okay. So we're good. We're good. So that, okay, that's all I wanted to make sure.
So, we could just mess around with that, and then, like, later on next week, we can re-explore Kaijus.
And Mechs, a.k.a. Gundam.
Yeah, and then I can kind of do my own research so I have something to speak to.
Okay, just wanted to double check.
Yep. Right now, it's like you guys are listening to Jason Muse's amusing stories. That's kind of what this turned into.
Well, it's also because it's most recent for me.
Yeah. And
because you kind of helped with some of it, or tried to help with her stupidity, even though she wouldn't accept it because she's a dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
But yet she literally is like, I love you. I love you. I love you. Well, if you love me, why are you leaving? I'm not leaving. Yeah, you are. You're exiting the premises. And then when I was sending her 30
people in the comments, let us know what you think about the scenario. The scenario
in the comments, or if you're watching live from either process.
If your partner
that's not involved in the situation.
If your partner, if your partner is. I mean, if she wants to answer too, she can. But like,
if your partner,
if your partner is living with you in whatever domain you're living in, whether it's a trailer, a house, apartment, doesn't matter, and they are trying to work through their stuff, right? And they have a kid with them. Let's just say they have the kid, you don't have the kid. So it's like very similar, almost the exact same scenario.
It's not your kid, but you'll end up becoming involved.
Right, and so and then your partner is attached to the kid, like the one that didn't have the kid. And so, everyone's attached to the kid, essentially. She goes and says, I'm going to work on myself. And instead of her going somewhere with authenticity, going to like an apartment or something else like that.
Or staying and working out her issues
staying and working out her issues with you, like in person and stuff like that. Instead, she decides to go to a homeless shelter.
And run away like she always does.
Right, and says that she's quote-unquote working on herself and quote-unquote trying to find herself and become more independent, even though clearly she's still being codependent as hell. What would you guys think about that situation? Do you guys think in that situation that she essentially ran away, as he says, or do you think that there's authenticity to her going to somewhere else, like a homeless shelter, to quote-unquote find herself? Let us know. That way you guys can give us your opinion on it.
Yeah, put it in the YouTube comments, because I want to read that fucking goddamn list of bullshit that pops up.
He has literally been obsessing over this for a while.
Not obsessing, I'm just more pissed that she's a dumb bitch and ran away.
Told you.
That's not obsessing, that's just pissed. Now I want a fucking cigarette. We might have to go to the gas station.
Oh, you ran out of cigarettes? But like, yeah, no, this is a form of, like, it's an outlet, like a form of therapy for him.
Well, currently, yes, because of the current situation.
Sometimes it's for me, but right now it's for him because he's having rants.
You usually go over a whole bunch of your shit, and I just sit back and listen unless I throw in bullshit.
I selectively go through stuff because there's some things you don't share.
Well.
And you guys were probably like, God, some things you don't share. You did a whole hour of TMI. It's like, and your point?
No, it's not TMI. Sex therapy discussion about how some bitches don't know how to be loved. And when they're loved, it scares them because they don't know how to react to it. And then they get, no offense, her words not mine, the best dick she's ever had, and then runs away from it. Why the hell would you run away from the best sex and orgasms you've ever had in your life? Wouldn't that be like, oh, I gotta stay, I want more of this? Like, the fuck goes through somebody's brain who runs away from that?
And by the way, when she was, the second month she was around,
that's when everything went to shit.
She was constantly telling him, I didn't know this because he only mentioned it a couple times offhand. In the text messages, she was constantly going on about how she was hanging out with her ex, who she also used to bang. And he also is at the homeless shelter. Fun fact.
Yeah, I kind of jumped down her throat about that. She's like, why is he the subject? Because you keep bringing him up, bitch. I didn't bring him up. Yeah, you did.
So in the comments, if you guys want to say Jerry, or if you guys want to say something else, go ahead.
Like, fuck Martha.
It says invite to join live.
Decline.
Competone.
Nobody comes into our live but us. Sorry.
Yeah, he's pretty anal retentive about that.
This is my live. It is a podcast version of our podcast on TikTok. So no offense, go fuck yourself.
Jerry.
No, the new one is Steve, because Steve took over the Jerry Springer show.
Oh, he did?
Because Jerry finally retired. Yeah. I think that was like 2 or 3 years ago. Maybe a little bit less. Plus, the funny part is, everybody in Cincinnati, Ohio likes to say, yeah, well, before he did the Jerry Springer show, he was our mayor, and he's not a complete piece of shit. Nobody said he's a complete piece of shit, but he found a way to make money by letting everybody else air out their bullshit on TV. So why is everybody mad at Jerry Springer? It's not his fucking fault. Y'all got fucking bullshit, and y'all fucking cousins, and or you're fucking your sister-in-law while fucking your wife. You knocked them both up, all this bullshit. He just found, because he was trying to do something like Maury.
Yeah.
Let's do the, test and see, but then it turned into people fighting on the Jerry Springer show, so he became and realized he could get more famous and make more money with letting all the crazies talk about their crazy sex lives and other weird kinks and shit on his show. So he's like, I can make billions off of this instead of just millions. Let's do it.
Yeah. The only way I join is if I had my VTuber model rigged and ready.
Don't worry about it, kiddo. We're talking about somebody else who tried to jump in on
Yeah, somebody else joined
TikTok.
in and was trying to join the TikTok live. That's what we're talking about.
And no offense to
I have
that.
no issues with it myself in general.
I say no because of how many times that I've had people coming after me like, you said something inappropriate. You mean I talked about a situation and you got uncomfortable? Then fucking leave my life, bitch.
Yeah, unless you guys have anything absolutely relevant to say towards what we're talking about, if you're coming in to talk about your own life and like try to like interject,
give your opinion on what
and try to interject
instead
of add on to the conversation, that's probably not going to be good.
I'm just seeing who the other person is.
Oof.
In real life.
That's what she said.
We have 2 constant viewers right now.
That's what she said.
No, she said oof. She said, oh my god! Until I told her stop screaming God's name, scream my name, bitch.
Yeah.
So then she started screaming Karnage, so that kind of worked.
Yeah.
Actually ended up energizing me, and she got railed more than she thought she was getting railed before, because she's like, I don't think you can do better. I told her to start saying Karnage instead of God, because I am her God. In the bedroom. And when she started doing that, I took her to, she's like, one night, because I went to fucking the goddamn fucking Jupiter and back, literally.
Yeah.
Dimensionally and physically. I had taken her that far and dragged her back. Little bit by little bit. What a proper dom does, you fucking make sure your subs back to reality.
Yeah, you make sure that they feel okay. You make sure that they feel grounded.
Come back down properly.
Yeah, that they feel good, they feel okay.
The one time I didn't, she'd made a comment that I railed her harder than the last guy that railed her that well, and the last time that happened she had a seizure. And because she's an idiot and said it, it came to forth.
Yeah.
So like every time after that, I railed her beyond the point of being able to go into a seizure because I railed her beyond the point of conscious thought or anything else.
Yeah.
It's like, if you can think that you're going to have a seizure, that means you're going to have a seizure. So I have to rail you beyond the point of even thinking. So that way I'm like, I'm going to go outside for a cigarette. Are you going to come have a puff with me? Yeah, sure. Hang on. Let me put on pants. And she came out, and we sat down, and I had a cigarette. She had a puff. If you came outside, you came and sat down, which I thought was funny as shit.
There was one time I did.
Because she was like uncomfortable as hell, and it made me laugh my ass off. So
yeah,
fuck it, have fun with the stupidity. But literally, just the whole thing of getting her past the point of where her fear of being like having a seizure, Because if this is the line of having a seizure, and I'm not even going full force of showing you all my tricks, you dumb bitch, you told me where the fucking breaking point is. You know how you beat that?
Yeah.
We go beyond.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
The
much.
last, like, fucking 6 times, maybe 7, because after she said that, she had a seizure, and said, I don't know, the next one, I don't know how you could do any better than that. Alright, bitch, you have no idea what you have awakened. And I took her up and beyond.
He literally did. Like, he literally told her that in person. Like, I was sitting right opposite them, because the way they typically are is those two sit on their respective chairs
next to each other,
and then I'm on the opposite side.
I thought it was adorable and cute, so I told her to start sitting next to me.
So when I talked to them about their relationship and help them work through their problems, it literally felt like I was...
help her work through her problems?
Yeah, it felt like I was a marriage therapist. Like, I was like going, and I'm a marriage counselor at the moment. Got it. Marriage counselor TPAW. Right here.
Well, the funny part is she was all happy and excited, like the first 5 to 8 fucks I did before we went on the trip to go see her kids, about getting married and shit. But then all of a sudden, he's talking about marriage. He's moving too fast. I don't know what to do. It's like, you were excited about it. You were like super happy about like changing your name legally and using this name. Like, what happened? Oh no, I still want to use that name. That sounds so beautiful. And I want you to give my daughter your last name and da 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 da. All this hype up shit. I'm like, then why are you doing everything to literally tell me you don't want that? What? Literally, the one thing that you showed me literally tells me everything that comes out of your mouth is a lie, and you're just fucking running your mouth to appease me.
Yeah.
Fucking be honest or shut up.
Pretty much.
And when she shut up, I'm like, ah, so what aren't you being honest about? Oh, I caught her out on it. Which made her even more nervous, and it's like, dude, you're literally tattling on yourself because I told you to be honest or shut up. You're shutting up. What aren't you being honest about?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty straightforward.
I mean, aren't I usually straightforward with my shit?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the line. You don't have the balls to cross the line. What are you hiding?
And to be fair, she did come from a prior experience where she was caught in a lot of shit and caught in a lot of lies and a bunch of other shit. So he was really just having to do field work to try to make sure that they were okay.
I did my best with the circumstances I was given.
It's funny, she didn't even act like a regular Taurus, and she was a Taurus. Like,
yes, she did.
Like, she has like her tendencies with the Taurus, but
her most Taurus thing is her rage.
Yeah, her anger.
And then when I told her, well, "Why are you yelling at me, bitch? That sounds like an issue that you have I thought we'd already worked past. But apparently you haven't. Why haven't you worked past that? Why is that an issue now for us? Because you haven't worked past it. This is why I need to be away, because I need to work on myself. No, we're supposed to work on this together because we're in something together. Because you said it still feels like we're in a relationship, even though you took off the title, because you're literally running away from the word relationship.
Let's be real here.
You shit on all your relationships and made them all crap, or the other person and you together have made them all crap. Why don't you like work with me together so that way this one doesn't go to pot? So that way it's not just another on the list of fucking shitty relationships that you fucking caused.
Let's be real here though. Any time that she's ever involved with somebody romantically, it doesn't last very long. She cycles through it really fast.
She fucking gets scared and runs away because she's afraid of the same shit that she's always let or perpetrated or made happen herself happen.
Because even if one person that she was involved with romantically, that, you know, the word that starts with the J, that guy, even him, like, she's not in a relationship with him either, and yet she talks about him the most to everybody. So it's like, if you're talking about him the most to everybody, but yet you chose not to be in a relationship with him, and he preceded everybody else, then what is your issue? Right, what is your issue with that shit? Like, why can't you be with him either? Because it really seems like she was just going to keep bouncing from guy to guy to guy.
You know why?
Because she can't stay consistent.
No, wrong. He looks too much like the only man she ever loved.
I mean, that's a theory, but...
No, not a theory. That's actual fact.
Plausible.
Plus, because she works at where she fell in love with him, or fell in puppy love with him, the guy that looks like her ex that she was actually in love with,
Mm-hmm.
because she works there, it's a constant reminder of their relationship.
So, like you were
and
saying
because
before,
she won't run away from it or
right.
leave and move on with her life, she always reverts. And because I, being a white guy who reminds her more of the only man she loved in the bedroom and out,
right.
he only reminds her of him outside of the bedroom. I remind her of that one guy in and out of the bathroom, in and out of the bedroom. You know the only difference between me and the fucking other idiot?
What?
He's Hispano, Mexican, Native American from Mexico, bloodline.
Right.
Permanently tan.
So why are you violation warning?
Fuck off, you're full of shit. It's because we're talking about stuff. It's the last, like they always do. They
You
try to give
waited-
me a warning and then they're
You
full of
waited
shit.
about 45 to 50 minutes to give us that warning?
No. They waited exactly an hour and 20 minutes, even though we've passed the bedroom talk. But because I said in and out of the bedroom, you said bedroom.
Huh.
Instead of saying fucking it sucks.
You guys realize you guys sound...
Look stupid as shit.
Yeah.
And are idiots for doing that shit.
like, huh?
Or it's the other guy that's on the live, and if I could click on him, I'd probably block him and throw him out. Actually, I probably should. Said somebody gonna be stupid.
I don't know, it seems weird to me that they're just now flagging or trying to flag you.
They're not trying to. This dumb bitch is.
Ah. That looks like a bot.
Like I said, the only other person that was floating in the live.
Did you block her already?
Yep. Blocked her, muted her, tell her to go eat shit and die. Oh well, whatever, the camera's a little different, fuck it. But anywho, I don't fuck around with that shit, dude. Dum-dums like that person, or that exact person, has done this shit, even though it's after midnight in the United States. So, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass. And I'm in Utah. Come suck my dick, bitch. But anywho, back to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
The only thing and the only reason she goes back to that is because he looks almost exactly like her ex. The only man that she's ever felt feelings for, other than me.
Has she told you this herself?
I've literally pointed it out to her. The only difference between the only other man other than me that she's felt these feelings for, because she literally said the only other person other than Jordan
Right.
that she's felt anything close to is me. But I took her feelings further than she ever went with Jordan, which scared the fuck out of her because it all happened in 1 month. That first month. That's why she got scared. Here's the funny part. Jordan, 6'4", Jamie, shorter than me by an inch. So I told her, fine, I'll get tan and I'll get ripped like a motherfucker. You gonna come back and you ain't gonna have a clue, bitch. You want me to look Hispanic? Guess what? I have Native American blood in me. I will be the tannest white motherfucker you've ever known. And plus, because you've literally admitted you're in love with this dick, you can fuck off. Yep, see, thought so. I blocked them because they're being little pricks.
Oh, and they got live access revoked?
I don't know. I don't fucking care. I'm gonna appeal it. Under review. It better be. 247 views. 5 viewers who commented. Top viewers. I mean, it was about time it ended anyways. I was gonna wait a few minutes, but we're good.
So, next week we will talk Kaijus and Mechs and bots. I will rename this video because it's fine. You can do that in post. But I am TPAW.
Karnage 6778.
And have a week.
Is also followed by